Welcome. I'm Tom Bengtson, publisher of BankBeat magazine, and I'm joined this week again by Sam Wilmes. He's the digital editor of our website, banknews.com. Been a big week in government developments with respect to the banking industry. The government has come to ground to a halt. What do we know about that, Sam, and what does that mean for community banks?
Yes, the government shut down following its last fiscal year, which ended on September 30th. And it's a lot of partisan bickering. Democrats want an extension of the subsidies under the Affordable Care Act. There's been contention from the Trump administration that is not needed, but I am also hearing reports that he is open to extending that. Some of his advisors are open to extending that.
Okay, so we really haven't seen the banks specifically affected yet, have we? I mean, the regulators are still functioning as far as we know?
As far as I know, yes. The one agency that I saw that there has been a major staff reduction is the Securities and Exchange Commission.
Okay, and I know that has been some talk about Trump has been saying he wants to make some money available to farmers, possibly $10 to $15 billion. But apparently there's a snag there related to the government shutdown.
Yes, correct. And Trump, he is interested in using some of the tariff revenue to offset the cost of farmers from that. The problem is Congress would need to act to make sure that happens, and there would be a huge political fight on his hands in all likelihood.
Okay. And we also saw out of Washington, D.C. that President Trump nominated Travis Hill to be chair of the FDIC. What do we know about Travis Hill?
Well, he's been the acting chair since January. He supports the Trump administration's deregulation agenda, specifically on crypto and on bank M&A. So expect a rise in bank M&A, partially because of that and because of natural desire to scale from community banks.
Sure. And of course, it's kind of the topic of deposit insurance reform back in play. The trade associations are proposing options, and the House and Senate banking committees apparently are interested in this again. So Travis Hill could have an important role in that discussion, I'm assuming.
Correct. Absolutely.
Yeah. And let's talk about a story that you recently prepared for BankBeat magazine. You looked at banks that are operating in both urban and rural areas and how the customer groups in those areas differ and how banks cater to both. What did you learn in your research for that story?
Well, I learned that there are differences. Obviously, more ag customers in the rural communities, more fragmented in the urban areas. I learned that, but at the same time, there are a lot of similarities. Customer service, really getting in there and getting to know the customer, ensures that banks can succeed in the rural and urban areas.
So the sort of the community bank advantage, which is that personal service, plays pretty well in both those markets.
That is a universal positive.
Sure. Okay. We had another fun story in our most recent BankBeat magazine, and we learned what a bankery is. Sam, what is that? Explain that.
First State Bank of Rosemont, they have a bakery inside of their bank, and it was remarkable to hear about that. Jackie did a great job writing the piece, and it's a play on the bakery part and the bank part, but I really like how it came out.
Yeah. So Jackie Hilgert, she's our editor at large. She wrote that story, and it is a fun story, so I encourage you to take a look at our October issue BankBeat if you get a chance. Well, we're going to wrap it up. That time has gone very quickly. We look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you for tuning in.